Valley News Live at 10. A Grinch strikes in West Fargo. Decorations stolen from a boy with special needs. Why his aunt says she's not surprised. How soon a COVID vaccine could be coming to high priority groups. Plus, the pandemic is straining the economy, and that may soon be reflected in North Dakota's budget. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
New at 10 tonight, a West Fargo woman who put up Christmas decorations for her nephew with special needs is now missing a big part of the decor. A 7-foot light-up tree was stolen off their property. Valley News Team's Devin Fry has our story.
An attempt to spread some Christmas cheer was taken away from a West Fargo woman. Shortly after hanging up her decorations outside of her home at Brookwood Mobile Home Park, Kim Garner came home to see that her light-up tree had been stolen.
If someone needs a tree that bad, I would have helped them. You know, I mean, don't take from others, because in a situation like that, you don't know who's going to be affected by it.
She said the main reason she put up the decorations was for her nephew, who has special needs. She said that he truly enjoys the lights and patterns that the tree would display and gave him something to enjoy in a year that has been so rocky for him.
It's upsetting that people are going around stealing Christmas decorations, you know, I mean, with everything going on. It's hard on kids especially, you know, they try and keep normalcy in their life, and you come out and someone does that.
Garner's home, which is one of the few with any Christmas decorations up in Brookwood, is now missing its centerpiece. She did say that while she doesn't think she'll be getting the Christmas tree back, she does hope that it will still be put to good use.
I do hope that whoever did take it, that they use it. You know, at least if you're going to take it, use it. Or if, you know, if they see this, bring it back. Because the kid that's here all the time, he should have the right to see it.
Reporting from West Fargo, Devin Fry, Valley News Live.
Garner tells us this is nothing new in the area. She says her nephew's bike was also recently stolen. For area churches, navigating COVID-19 on top of stricter orders on both sides of the river is difficult at best. The Diocese of Fargo says attendance is not what it used to be, but lately they've seen an uptick in people coming to service in person rather than online. Others, like the Lighthouse Church in Fargo, say they're keeping numbers limited, hoping things don't get worse. But the holidays pose an added challenge. Father Jamie Parsley at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church says they're taking reservations for service on Christmas, but if cases go up, they're ready to go solely with live streaming.
It's been difficult for churches, you know, just from some practical standpoints of finances, but also just trying to keep track of people.
It kills me that I can't go and visit my parishioners. I have people in the nursing homes or in retirement homes.
Many churches say they're taking things day by day, but are requiring masks and social distancing. They add the key is reaching out and communicating in some way, making sure people know the church hasn't closed down. To see the latest updates on the state guidelines, you can download our VNL News app. An autopsy is being performed to determine the identity and cause of death of a man whose body was found in South Moorhead today. It was discovered in a garage in the 2900 block of 17th Street South. Authorities say it's too early to know if a crime was a factor. They suspect it could be 28-year-old Marwan Assad, who has been missing for a week. Family and friends say that he has a 2-month-old child and would never do anything to himself to be away from his family. A man is in custody after a day-long manhunt and lockdown of a Minnesota college campus. It happened at St. John's University in St. Joseph. 29-year-old Devin Wilson was arrested around 6:30 this evening after eluding officers all day. Troopers say they stopped him around 7:30 this morning for a suspected DWI. They say he punched a trooper, fracturing his jaw, and took off, first by car, then on foot. He will be booked into the Stearns County Jail. With the next legislative session starting in January, state agencies in North Dakota are working on budgets. The most unpredictable could be the state health department budget. The health department is requesting $158 million, but due to statewide budget reductions, they would need to cut 15% in general fund dollars and hope to make up the $4 million from federal funds. Those dollars would likely be related to COVID efforts. Governor Doug Burgum will be unveiling his executive budget in a few weeks. North Dakota is one of the few states that hasn't had to make budget cuts throughout the pandemic. In fact, the state's budget is still tracking slightly above its forecast, but signs of trouble are on the horizon. October's sales tax numbers came in 25% below the original forecast, and oil tax revenues continue to decline, leaving lawmakers concerned about funding for the upcoming session.
It's going to be a bloodbath. I hate to say it. We have to face reality. The agencies are going to have to cut.
Lawmakers say although they do expect to see some recovery, the resources that helped stabilize the budget in previous years won't be as plentiful for a while going forward. The CDC issued a warning to travelers, urging them to stay home for the Thanksgiving holiday as coronavirus cases rise in all but one state. But tonight there is renewed hope. A safe and effective vaccine is coming soon. CBS News correspondent Laura Podesta reports from New York.
Dr. Deborah Birx says the latest coronavirus surge is a call to action for every American to increase their vigilance.
This is more cases more rapidly than what we had seen before.
Today, the White House Coronavirus Task Force held its first public briefing since July. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar said an application for emergency use of the Pfizer vaccine was expected Friday. Dr. Anthony Fauci tried to reassure Americans about vaccines already in late-stage trials.
The process of the speed did not compromise at all safety, nor did it compromise scientific integrity. It was a reflection of the extraordinary scientific advances.
California Governor Gavin Newsom announced a month-long overnight stay-at-home order for non-essential workers starting Saturday. It affects more than 40 counties, including Los Angeles, San Diego, and Orange.
What do we want? Open school! When do we want it? Now!
In New York City, parents and children protested the largest U.S. school system's return to distance learning.
If people can eat in restaurants and people can work out in the gym, the kids should be able to go to school.
Vice President Pence said the Trump administration remains opposed to closing schools. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
The CDC is also urging anybody who hasn't been home for 14 days, including college students coming from campus, not to participate in Thanksgiving plans unless they have already quarantined. In Italy, a COVID hugging room has been created at a firm that produced hot air balloons and other inflatable products. The room is inflated in 100 seconds and can be placed anywhere. One side is for COVID patients. With visitors on the other side, they put their arms in the sleeves and hug each other, safely separated by means of a transparent layer that can be disinfected. We're taking a live look now at the Yum Comst Center in Moorhead, where tonight it is lit up purple. It's in honor of the lives lost to COVID-19. Moorhead City Hall, as well as other iconic buildings and structures across Minnesota, are lit purple for the same reason. Flags are also at half-staff. Still ahead tonight, the feel-good story we all need, how area triplets are giving back to the NICU nurses who saved their lives. But first, some areas seeing some snow tonight. Will it continue? Hutch has your forecast right after the break.